Hello, beautiful people. Let's get into. Oops. All right, so let's talk about the weekend. Um, let's do this. So I only have an hour until I start work, so I'm gonna keep my team brief. If anybody wants to come up, one thing about two things. I'm not gonna waste a good Saturday night watching Richardson Hitchens. So I did watch the fight. I watched it Sunday at the gym. And then I watched it again this morning. And then I watched it again this morning just to score it. Just to score it, just to see. I mean, let me say, I totally lost track of what I was saying. So I did want to score it. I did see everybody say it was a robbery. So I will say, I will admit that I I went into the fight kinda knowing how it was gonna go. Well, I knew how it went, but, maybe with a biased point of view. Richardson Hitchens is, food in that division. Let's just say that. He you could tell that he knows that he lost. Um, I had it a draw, but there were very, very many swing rounds for me. So, if you had it either way, I don't mind. I don't think it was a robbery. Now that 117-111 scorecard was nonsense. I I don't know what that judge was seeing. Like, he pretty much scored the whole back half for Hitchens, and I'm okay with that because, like, pretty much after the 4th round, he did kinda, like, settle into the fight, kinda find his range and find like, he got into his groove. However, Limos, he did slow down just like obviously like you will. He didn't gas out, but he did slow down. Um, I don't think he really let off the gas though, because he hurt, um, Hitchens twice. He hurt him in the 8th round and I think at the 10th as well. Somebody correct me on that. But he, those 2 rounds, like, even though Richardson Nugent was doing well, he was clinching late as well. So, like, he picked up, then when he got in trouble, he just clinched, and, I think that referee should have, I don't know, at least warned him. Like, he didn't even say anything, he was just letting him hold. Like, last time we saw that was well, we see it a lot, but notably, um, David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant has severe gas tank issues, And in that fight, he same thing was happening, like, he was just holding, like, on for dear life, and honestly, I think that's why David didn't knock him out. It's like he and you can't. 7-5 Limos, if Hitch would have fought in the 12th, it would have been a draw. Thing about him, he not gonna fight in the 12th. And I haven't seen. I haven't watched every fight of him. I'm gonna admit that, but from what I have seen, he don't pick it up like that even against, like, lesser competition. Even the last fight he had before this one, even he was winning convincingly, don't get me wrong, but, like, he doesn't have an extra gear to go to, like, that's why I didn't watch the fight Saturday. I only watched, like, 1.5 of what it like, one I watched Sky Nicholson, and I watched, the, other kid. He ended up stopping the guy. I didn't finish watching it. But after that, I was done. Like, I'm not gonna waste a good Saturday night watching Richardson Hitchens, but if anybody wants to come up and talk about how you had this fight, go ahead and click the link. I guess I'll pin it. Oh, I have to pin it on here. So, after the in his post-fight, little it wasn't a press conference, but he got interviewed by somebody. He was saying, "Oh, maybe I'll have one more fight until a world title." And then he was like, "Oh, but, I'll take anybody." But after you already said you need something else to warm up for your title shot. I mean, anything you say after that, like, "Oh, I want all the smoke," is like null and void. You should have said that to begin with. He, he don't want it with Sabriel. Like, where does he fit into the 140 division? Because I don't think he beats any of the champions whatsoever. Let's look at the rankings. It's not what I want to look at. Totally agree. I totally agree with that. 100%. Let's look at these champions here. Let's do this. So, Devin Haney, who he loves to call out, can he beat him? Absolutely not. Um, well, this is Pitbull, so this is not correct, but I don't even think he could beat Rolly. Subriel Matias, mandatory, no. And we just saw him struggle extremely with the pressure, which Subriel has a whole hell of a lot of. Definitely no. Teofimo, up in the cards for me. It's up in the cards for me simply because Tio only fights to the level of his competition. I don't know. Honestly, that one, what do you guys think? Taylor versus Serrano for what day? Quattro, what day? Oh, okay, I can just look at boxing. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Why is what? It doesn't say a day. Taylor's rematch with Serrano was not her or Matchroom's primary option for 2024. It does not say a day. That is not confirmed. Let's do this. Let's look up Michael Benson. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this? I don't see anything on here about no Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano being confirmed. I just want to say that was fake news. Fake news. Yeah, so that's not happening, guys. Oh, well, let's not say it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen right now. But what time is it? So we're at 11:48. If anybody wants to come up, I will give y'all um 5 minutes. I s- I didn't see it. We just looked. We just looked at his Twitter and I didn't see it there. Let's do this. I wonder if we just read that arc. Oh, I see. This was yesterday. Katie Taylor is reportedly expected to be taking place at the Sphere. Hmm. So she's ducking Chantel Cameron smoke? At least give her a chance to win her belt back. Well, that's that. Why does it feel weird? Yeah, well, the article didn't say that, but that's what's on Michael Benson's tweet. So I guess it's happening. Let's see here. What else? Let's look at some news. So you go from fighting Charles Martin to Rehab Mary. They should have never let him fight Charles Martin because that kind of ruined his whole thing. Clarissa and AB won't be fighting anytime soon. Like that drama that happened over the weekend, I think that is that was the nail in the coffin for that fight, I think. Um how do I say this and not sound mean? Clarissa um she kind of like went back on her word cuz it's like she did say out of her mouth that she would fight AB at 147. And then I feel like after they got into like that stuff on Twitter where they were going back and forth, I think it went from being just like banter to Clarissa kind of got in her feelings. So I don't think that fight is ever going to happen um, unless something changes severely in like like the whole dynamic of them two. I don't think so. Chantel Cameron condemns Katie Taylor for not taking the trilogy fight. I kind of do too. I mean, the thing about trilogies, I feel like before, like back in the day, they happened over like a span of time. Whereas today, like nowadays, they're just like back to back to back. Like there's nobody in between like them coming together for that third fight. So that to me, that's why that specifically is why I don't really care for this. I feel like Katie Taylor is at kind of like at the tail end of her career. So like this third fight with her might happen, but the Serrano fight definitely is going to be the next thing. Whereas I feel like Cameron has more things that she can do. Like well, not necessarily more or bigger fights that she can do. That's probably the biggest fight she's ever going to have, but like just in terms of where she is in her career, there's more fights that she can have before circling back to Katie Taylor. I think Estrada is done at that weight. I don't think she can go down. I mean, like, I think she's gonna go up. I don't think she's gonna stick around. Um, sh Yoka's probably just gonna have to pick those belts back up after she drops them. She's not gonna fight her again. Listen, I'm not saying like one era is better than the other. What I'm saying is, like back in the day, there would be trilogies, but there would be a time span in not necessarily a time span, but like there'd be other fights in between and then it would circle back. Whereas like, well, even though Tyson Fury, he ran off and he wasn't trying to give the rematch, so he was fighting other people. Um, they still happened in like a short span of time. You see what I'm saying? What like Wilder didn't fight anybody in between Fury. Yes, and I'm actually going to to the fight. So I'm not gonna talk about this being a joke or a gimmick. I don't care if it's a gimmick or not. But yeah, let's get back to our news. Yeah. I don't know why this is a must read, but I don't think we did ever touch on this. I'm sure I did on the other show, but um Sue deserves a rematch. He should have had that in the clause. I think we did talk about this. I'm not gonna go over this again. He should have had it in his in writing that he was gonna get a rematch. Yes, I'm going to the fight. I'm gonna be there. I don't know. Let's look. This is not a solar eclipse stream, but I do want to know what time it is. I don't have no glasses, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it's happening at 12:06. So we're gonna end at 12, which is in 3 minutes. So if anybody wants to hit the link, Base, my friend, Base, when I come to London, will you pick me up from the airport? Because I'm, I don't know how to drive on the wrong side of the road. That's what you need to know. It's 12:58. So I think, don't laugh at me. uh, we are Oh, guys, look at the hey Greggy. Everybody go over and subscribe to Greg's channel. Let me tell you. Greg, do you want to answer this? Yes or no? I heard you were going to be Spencer's new trainer. Is that true? If it is true and you don't want to say it, just DM it to me. I won't tell nobody. I'm swearing a pact of secrecy right now. Listen, listen, guys. I will if you don't want to say it, just DM me and I promise I won't tell. Like, listen, I can't even tell you the things that I haven't told because then I would be telling. So that just shows you like I don't tell stuff. Like you could tell me. Like I have a burner account on Instagram and people tell me stuff. I don't tell. I promise I don't tell. Like somebody told me something and I probably should have leaked it because I feel like my socials would have blew up. Let me just say, I heard something like really big last year and I didn't tell it. I didn't tell it at all. And I'm not even gonna tell it now, and it's already happened because I want that person to give me information in the future. So that's why I don't tell things. Your secret is safe with me. You could just inbox me. But yeah, it is noon. So everybody get your glasses. If you don't have glasses, like I don't, look directly at it. I heard when you look at a solar eclipse, the aliens will come and get you. They'll come and pick you up, like the rapture. So, but I actually think that causes eye damage. So nobody do that. There's not medical advice. But yeah, I'm gonna end this one. I'm gonna probably be back tomorrow morning. So we are gonna talk about something else. I've been actually meant to do that live today, but um time escaped me. So see you guys tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Central. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to get into some things. Y'all have a good afternoon. Don't look into the eclipse. Love you. Bye.